Hello guys, what's up? This is Cher talking. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about expedition event. This event here is very interesting because there are 3 parts, a shop full of items, and you can bring 3 trainees to some strategies. Well, you start with the first part called Forneus Minion, and when you get some currency, you can unlock the second one called Water Dragon, and then after that you can unlock the last one, Forneus. The best ways to farm is by farming Forneus Minion or Forneus stage. The second one is the worst one, but I'll be showing strategies for all of them since you need currency for all. Here the shop has many good things, like a new SS weapon. It's a Rapier. The first time we get a Rapier, there is a S style of Forneus, a new armor as well, and a lot of other goodies, but you need to farm all 3 parts to get all the currency. And this here is actually the easiest one to farm for some people since you have more diversity. This stage here has enemies weak to many stuff. The first wave is weak to blunt, cold, and sun, at least for the Elmbird. The beetle are very weak. Even if you bring sun, it will die, at least if it's sun combined with something else. And then on the second wave we have enemies weak to blunt, cold, and light, and that's a lot of things. There are 3 types of enemies, and in this one here, the last one is a boss, Forneus General. Well, the first strategy brings only 2 characters that are important, that is Red and Joe. You can bring 3 trainees with this strategy that I'll be showing. Let's go. Okay, so this first wave enemy will be easily cleared because of Sorbet Flambe. It deals enough damage, kills the Elmbird as well. And then on the second wave, Red will kill all the minions besides the boss and also hit the boss with 2 hits of Ki Blast. You will only need a small amount of damage and any of your trainees can do that. Yeah, it's done. It's super easy to do that. There is also this other method. If you don't have Red, you can bring either Boston or Azami in the agility position, and you can also bring Silver. Silver or Joe will kill the first wave, does not matter. They are both strong enough. So I use Summer Silver alongside Joe and a Martial Artist in the agility position. It uses 3 styles, so it can only bring 2 trainees, but it will always kill this super easily. Look, very easy. Now this next strategy uses Red in the opening area, the punishing combo, and then on the second wave we have Galahad, but it can also be Vassal, depends on what you want. And Red will also have enough to use at least Hummingbird on the boss helping out. I also have Fatima and Tatiana for training, but this strategy is only better on Red, Galahad, and Rocbouquet. Yes, very fast. Now we can move on to the next part, Water Dragon. Here, like I was saying, it's not good to farm because the dragons have a lot of HP. The first wave's just minions, they are essentially weak to blunt. Some of them are also weak to sun and heat, and the other one is weak to cold. Well, what I bring here is the royal family and 2 trainees. The royal family is enough to deal with all the situation here. You see how incredible it is. The formation is Dragoon Strike. Okay, so Leon is in the front because he only attacks on the second wave. He will never attack on the first. Even if Final Empress attacks, she would never use Quadruple Moon Strike on turn 1. That's good enough to allow her to use against the dragons, and the damage will be good since they are also weak to sun. Now we have Leon also buffing the whole squad, allowing them to do more damage, and Imperial Sword does a lot here. Time for Sun Flash and Quadruple Moon Strike. Well, Volcano attack at first, I don't know why. But that should be enough for 4 hits to kill both dragons. You can bring 2 trainees with this strategy, and should be fast enough. The next strategy uses Rainbow Rangers and characters based on bringing both elemental and physical damage. Red can kill the first wave by himself, easily with punishing combo, and then I have the second Matriarch for her AoE Sun attack, Sun and Pierce. There is also Darque. He has Firecracker inherited by his freestyle, and there is Creator on top. Creator will also use elemental damage, and his damage is pretty good. Fiat Lux deals a lot of damage. It was not enough to kill the enemies, still was not, so your trainee will have to do this. The good thing is that it was just a small few of damage. As you can see, the other one is still alive, I don't know how. And that's it. Also very nice to train your Matriarch 2.0 skill. And with that said, let's go to Forneus part. This one is the last one, and there is a very good strategy here if you have what they need. It's only one wave, so that's why maybe Forneus is better for you. It's only weak to the physical attacks, but it's also not 35. So that means that you will not be getting weak on screen. Some passives not trigger if they are based on attacking a weak target. And the best strategy is this one I'll be showing you. It uses the Rainbow Rangers formation, and there's only 2 styles needed here. You can bring 3 trainees just fine. You use Global Exclusive Final Emperor and Roufas, but this Final Emperor has double Dark Blade inherited. You need this because it gives critical damage against this boss. He kind of removed my Holy Stone because it's a full HP Holy Stone, and then I'll have to kill him with my Mikhail, and that's also a very good way to train Mikhail quadruple pierce. Bring him in an agility position, and try to bring someone else that also has a lay in the other positions, and he will train the skill very fast. The next one is fast, but it only opens for 1 trainee. That's right, because the first strategy is way too overpowered for this. This one is not that much. We open with Sif using her triple S attack that has fast. And then after that we have Bullet Dance with Emelia, Kaleidoscope with Darque, and we finish with Summer Elizabeth double attack. She didn't need here because we did a combo, but it's not something that happens all the time. Now I have another combination. This one is very good because it uses only Romancing Saga 3 styles. There's only run for 1 trainee, and that is my Forneus. He's being trained here. I use Pincer on turn 1 with Boston. Then I have the second version of Byunei using double darts. This is the first version of Matriarch because she deals more single target damage. And then there is Mikhail here for his quadruple pierce attack. We will not kill on 1 turn. Who will kill is Boston, but because he's on agility position, Forneus will die with his Rampaging Scissors. Sometimes he does not because of Mikhail not having his full HP stone working or not. Depending on the stones working or not here, you may require him to attack. But it's still very fast, and you can bring Romancing Saga 3 styles to train this easily. This other strategy uses Deadly Pierce formation. Well, I'm using a Dex attacker on top and also on bottom. Jamil will not trigger his passive, but right now he deals very close damage to Cloud, and I'm training him more. Leon's on the front, he will use Steel Blade Light to heal, and there is Summer Final Empress with quadruple moon attack inherited. And I'm also training Mikhail here, it helps. Depending on who is your trainee, in my case is Princess White Rose, you can do this in a single turn. Steel Blade Light deals enough damage and will kill Forneus. As for the last strategy, this one is reliable on Steel Blade Light, and I'm using Sif, but instead of Sif it can also be the newest version of Matriarch because it buffs the 2 attackers. Here is Mirsa and Leon. We have room for 2 trainees, and the good thing is that Steel Blade Light will allow us to be alive at all times. There's no way to die using this strategy. But Forneus won't die in 1 turn, depends on who you are bringing here to trainee. You see, just a small little of damage, but on the next turn, Mirsa and Leon can finish the boss just easy with their attacks. I inherited double cut here. It's an attack that, well, has very low power, but at least it's not normal attack. And with that, we finish our video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. It's a good moment to train, especially if you can do this strategy that only use 2 styles and then can bring 3 trainees. Those are the best ones, and I think that everyone can get a lot of status on this event. Thanks so much. If you want to help the channel, there are links in the description of the video. Hope to see you soon in the next one. Bye.